Before this video starts, I just want to quickly say that this video, this kind of tier list I was doing, and the way I was talking about it sounded very unscripted. Like I don't even know what I was saying half the time. And this video has taken over like 2 or so days to make because I had to individually take the images. I had to individually take some of the half the time I had to take some of the images and literally cut them like in half or something just to accept them. And to make sure I tried to make sure they were sensible and not like weird. And for some of the characters, that was a little bit hard to do. If you know, you know. But eventually, I got all of the images done, and I was finally able to get all of them out, and I finally started doing the tier list. So, and again, hopefully you will agree with the tier list I did, because I feel like I definitely got a few of them wrong. But, I mean, hopefully you enjoy the video, and also if I do sound like I'm dead inside, because I'm literally recording this, like, I'm literally editing this at one in the morning. Please don't ask why. But apart from that, enjoy the video. Different style video, huh? What's up, callers? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're doing something that's a lot different than we normally do. Today we're doing a tier list of my favourite Fnaf game and possibly favourite game ever, which is Fnaf Security Reach. As if most people probably know, Security Reach 2 apparently has actually been confirmed, but we've got no idea when it's coming out. But I thought it'd be cool to do like a tier list before that comes out. But who knows? So we got I think we've got almost every single character from the main game, including most of the ones from Ruin. We're including Ruin because I've got different opinions on both of the games. So, yeah. Before we start ranking them, I just want to say this is not including any of the secret characters, such as the secret staff bots and the wet floor signs, because in my opinion, they're useless. The wet floor signs do have a purpose in Ruin for something, but I'll explain that later. But, alright, without further ado, let's just... Oh, we're getting into this. Alright, the first animatronic we're going to be rating on this list is the first animatronic we get introduced to in the game, and that's of course Glamrock Freddy. He's a very interesting character, I won't lie. He's actually one of the nicest ones in the game. Probably one of the only nice ones. Apart from a couple others. But Freddy is a good character. He's a great character. He's kind of dumb. He gets himself hurt just a lot, just for Gregory. But I think he's gonna... I don't know. I mean, he's very interesting. I think he's gonna be put on the A. On an A. He's one of the... He might be a good character. But sometimes he does get kind of annoying when you called him and he doesn't. Sometimes when you try and call him, he doesn't really show up. And which does get very, very annoying after a while.
No, I'm zooming. She's got to get out of it. Freddy! Freddy! Who the fuck?
Yeah, I think that's probably why it explains I'm not giving him an S. Because that has got me killed a couple of times. Okay, anyway, the next character on the list is Gregory, which is the kid we play as in the main game. And I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely do not like Gregory at all. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of Gregory. In my opinion, he's very rude, he's very annoying, and he's kind of hated in my opinion. He's even worse than Ruin. But he's definitely not the worst. Those people are gonna hate what I'm gonna do. I am putting him in a C because I do not like him at all. Something I forgot to explain. Best main / Ruin character, there can only be one of each because as I said, I've got different opinions on main and Ruin, and one of the worst ones as well. And if I think it's gonna be obvious, whoever I put in the S is gonna go close to main, and whoever I put in D will be at risk of giving in the worst. So yeah. But as of now, Gregory, look, I just don't like him, as I just said. So yeah. Now we're moving on to the Glamrock animatronics. The first one on the list is the first Glamrock we get introduced to, and that is Glamrock Chica. Originally, I was going to put Chica on a low rating because she is very, very annoying. She has killed me so much, especially during the ultimate warm-up challenge I did. But some of those times was just me being an idiot. And one of those times was the clip you saw with Freddy right there. I originally would put Chica on a low tier, but her design, the Glamrock animatronics designs are absolutely amazing. I'm gonna have to put her on an A. I'm not gonna lie. She's very annoying. She has killed me at certain parts quite far into the game quite a lot. But her design is just... all the Glamrock designs are good. But yeah. Next up on our list, we've got Monty. Monty, originally I would say Monty's my favourite out of the Glamrocks. I said that once, but that was a lie. Because... it was kind of a lie. I'm instantly putting him in an A. He's absolutely amazing. He's a good character. He's a good character. I wouldn't say he's a better character than Barney, but... I mean, he's kind of a replacement of Barney, but... I guess another thing, they're boss fights as well. Monty's like fight in Monty Golf is very good. It like, but every now and then it's kind of broken. And Monty just constantly kind of bugs out during the boss fight. Like sometimes this might happen.
Oh no. Oh. How does that get funnier every single time he... No! How does that get funnier every single time? How does that get... I don't know. Oh my god.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how. That's just so funny to me, but that's how I feel like he just bugs out because he constantly runs the wrong way. And another problem I've got with this fight, obviously sometimes he's a little bit unfair. Because sometimes he can sneak up behind you without any sound at all. A bit like this. Or sometimes he can simply just come out of nowhere. Like, literally just slow that clip down, and I tell ya, he came out of nowhere. I don't know what's up with that, but it's a console, so it probably is a bug. But he is a good character, but... I don't really think he deserves to be on an S, but I think he does deserve... should I... Nah, should have nah. I don't think he deserves to be. I won't do it at the front row, I guess, no. I'll rank the best on the... Yes. Alright, next up, it's a character, Roxanne Wolf, and... I'm not gonna lie. When I said I lied about Monty being my favorite, it was indeed Roxanne. I am putting her in an S because she's my favorite glam rock out of all of them. Uh, as the others, her design's great. Her boss fight, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's kind of funny how we just run over with the go-kart and she simply just stands there menacing, just stands there so confident, even knowing what's going to happen. But it's absolutely ridiculous, and yeah. But she is a, I mean, she's quite rude, but it makes a lot of sense and why. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Okay, our next character on this list is Sun. He is somebody we want it run into him in the daycare. He's one of the nice characters. He's instantly going to an A. Honestly, he's a good character. The only problem is he doesn't show up very often. He only shows up when we go into the daycare. If he showed up a lot more, I think he would have been a better character, but yeah. That's all really I gotta say. Next character on the list is Moondrop. It's the evil version of Sun. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to put him on an S. He's one of the creepiest characters in the entire game. Even though he's not really been that scary to me. I won't lie. Like, he's not been that scary to me. I have been scared by him before in the past, but I've never been scared of him on stream, so yeah. Not very much. We see him a lot more than Sun, obviously. We see him we see him at the end of each hour. No, we don't see him at 2 a.m. We don't see him at the end of 1 a.m. But he's one of the creepiest characters. And he's also really cool. I like him. Oh no, oh my gosh. Next animatronic is Mini Music Man. I don't think you can really see it. But it's Mini Music Man. I'm throwing him in a B. I don't really like. I mean, he's fine in the main game. He doesn't show up often. We don't go in the vents often. What I do find annoying is that he shows up in the vent at the start. The first vent we go through at the start of the game, connected to Freddy's room and stuff. I don't know why he just randomly appears in there, but I've never died to him on stream or ever really. But I mean, he's quite slow, but I don't really have anything to say about him. He's going to a B. Oh God. Look who it is. It's off. It's the nicest bot in the entire game, but also one of the most annoying ones. Mattbot. Mattbot, as we know, is one of the kind of characters, but he's also one of the most annoying characters in the game. He's not. I mean, he's not the most annoying, but he definitely is because he comes out of nowhere and he bothers us. He bothers us a lot. But, you know. I mean, I would put him. He doesn't show up. He doesn't show up much. I think I'm gonna put him as like a C because I just don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I'm just not a big fan of any of the bots really. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Next on the list, we've got the endoskeleton. The endoskeletons are quite terrifying. They're terrifying the first time you see them, definitely. I have been scared by them. But they're kind of annoying because they move when you don't look at them. It's a really cool mechanic, obviously, but it's one of the most scariest mechanics, like, horror games have. It's absolutely terrifying when a character has that kind of mechanic where they only move when you don't look at them. But yeah, the end I'm putting them in a B. In my opinion, they're not good enough for an A, but I mean because they get in the way and they well every now and then. Next on the list, we've got another bot. We've got the nightmare bots. The nightmare bots only appear in. They don't only appear in the sewers, I suppose. They appear in the sewers. Is when if we destroy Glamrock Chica. If we don't, we don't have to deal with them at all. They also appear in. They also appear. They also appear in the Vanny section ending when you choose Vanny, the end exit. But they're not really that much of an issue, but I'm going to put them as... They do have an extra mechanic. I might put them in a B. They have an extra mechanic how they can kill you. But of course, it's really easy to avoid, but it's still really cool. Yeah, moving on. Next character on the list, one of the first... It is one of the first characters we get introduced to, and one we see a lot at the start of the game. It's Vanessa. We see her a lot at the start of the game, but the exact moment we get to like 4 AM, we don't see her anymore. Apart from her voice, we hear her voice in the elevator when we see her at 6 AM, and we see her at the fire escape ending. She's not really that much of an issue. She's not, even though she's very rude, she isn't. She can kill us at one point during when we're trying to find the party pass, which makes no sense. How she can kill you. But yeah, I think she's gonna go to a B. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. Next up on the list, the staff bots, the security ones, whatever you want to call them. And it's very obvious that they're going right there. It's very obvious they're going in the D. It's very obvious why I'm placing them there. They're very, very annoying. They're always roaming around the building. They have big hitboxes. They can literally attack you from like miles away. I've never had unlucky moments where they've actually like truly killed me. They've almost killed me so many times. I mean, sometimes when you're not near them, they still cause alarms and still catch you. Something a little bit like these.
You did stun that one.
Yeah, it kind of seems like they have big hitboxes when you try to dodge them sometimes. Oh, and sometimes, in some worst case scenarios and stuff, this could happen.
No, no, please, please, I beg you, please. No, 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 no. Don't look, please. No.
Okay, yeah, maybe I lied when I said I've never had moments where they've got me killed, but that is a moment I really don't like at all. How they can literally get you when you're in a hiding spot, when you enter a hiding spot, or when you instantly get out of it and instantly die afterwards. Maybe not instantly, but yeah, they're going for a D. They don't deserve higher than that. Okay, next on our list we've got DJ Music Man. DJ Music Man is absolutely amazing. His design's awesome. His section in the game is really annoying in my opinion, but it's definitely deserved to be in the game because it's very hard. But Yeah, it's well deserved. He's going in an S. At first, he doesn't seem hostile at first, but at the end, we get a chase scene with him. That's what makes it really cool and fun. Next, we've got the cleaning bots. The cleaning bots aren't very bad. They're very similar to the staff bots where you go near them and they cause alarms, but they don't alert the animatronics, so they can go into C. That's all I'm going to say. Alright, next up on our list is Vanny. Vanny's like, looking at the game, she looks like she's like the main antagonist because she appears in most in the game. Maybe she's not the main antagonist, I don't really know. She doesn't really show up much. She shows up a couple of times. She has a secret encounter down in the sewers. Her design, she's really cool. Her design's good. I think she's simply going in an A. I really like how the screen goes fuzzy when she's nearby. I really think that's a really cool feature. And if she appeared a lot more in the game, that would have been way better. I'm gonna put her to an A. Alright, next we've got the Withered Glamrox. Oh gosh. First one, Withered Glamrock Chica. Even with Glamrock Chica's broken, she still shows up. They don't show up as often. Glamrock Chica can't talk anymore because we took out our voice box. Yeah, it kind of makes her creepier because she hates static noises. She isn't really that annoying in the Withered. In Withered, I think I'm just gonna put her to an A. She's not that bad. So that's all I gotta say. Monty. So yes, Monty, he's lost his shades, so we can actually stun him. That's something I forgot to explain. You can't normally stun Monty because he's got his shades on, but now when he's withered, you can actually stun him. For some reason, though, when you destroy him, he doesn't seem to show up often at all. He only shows up in about 3 different places. But I am gonna still put him to an A, but he's a lot more easier, but that's just my opinion, really. Alright, now, Withered Roxanne. Oh gosh. She's absolutely crazy, she's insane. She's lost her eyes, so she can't get stunned. When you go near her, she goes absolutely insane. Especially in the final fight. Sometimes, she normally knows exactly where you are. She just runs around, panicking, freaking out, because obviously she can't see anything. And she's very smart because she somehow knows where you are. But every now and then, she can be an idiot.
Off for that, nobody cares. Do you know why? Nobody cares when they get told.
I mean, it can. Okay. Okay, it can be kind of cool, funny when that happens, but at the same time, obviously, it is luck. Look, to be a shocker, I am putting her to an S. Like, oh my god. Alright, the last 2 characters of the main game. The Blob. The Blob appears in Pizzeria Simulator when we get down there, which is in the true ending. We don't see him a lot because we only see him right at the end. And in my opinion, I'm putting him to a B. I don't really find it super interesting. In my opinion, I don't find it very interesting. It's also got like Funtime Freddy's hair and stuff, and if some of you might know, I'm not the biggest fan of Funtime Freddy. Yeah. Final one of the main game, we've got Afton, Burn Trap. He gets a final fight. He doesn't show up. He only shows up in that fight. I'm putting him to an A. If we'd seen him a lot more, I could have put him to an S. But I think the fight is really cool. It's quite tough because of Roxy with running around. And it is kind of cool how he just tries to control Freddy and Freddy actually kills us in that. But yeah. Okay, that's all my opinions on the main characters. Do I wanna put them all the best and worst one now? I mean, the worst character's obvious who it's gonna be. But who's it gonna be on the main game? Who knows? I don't know who I'm gonna choose for the best, but oh. You know what? We'll do worst first. I think we'll do the best characters at the very end. The security parts are going to the worst, obviously. But yeah. Okay, before we figure out the best characters, I'm gonna quickly move on. I will put them back, I suppose. Okay. First off, we got Cassie. She's the person we play as in Ruin. And in my opinion, she's better than Gregory because she's a lot nicer. We talked to so-called Gregory on the speaker, but it's not actually him. I'm gonna put Cassie on an A because she's way better than Gregory, and yeah, that's all I got, really. I don't really know what else to say. Next, we got Healthy. Healthy helps us every now and then when we're in a mask or in the mask, trying to solve a task. I think he deserves to be an A, because, you know, it's just helpful like that. Next, we've got Chica. Ruin Chica, she looks even more broken. I'm not gonna lie, she's a lot different in Ruin. In my opinion, she's quite annoying in Ruin, especially during when we're in Roxy Raceway when she's just suddenly appearing out of nowhere at time to time. But I might just put her to a B. I don't really see a point. She doesn't show up often at all. But who knows? Monty's design in Ruin is crazy. He is absolutely insane. In Ruin, Monty is absolutely insane. He's lost his mind. He's freaking out. He breaks everything he sees. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to put him to an S. His design. He's lost all of his casing. He's now completely wild. He seemed to get so mad. I don't know why. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. But that design is really cool. Next on the list, we've got Eclipse. Eclipse, he's again similar to Sun. He's only in the daycare. But the daycare section is actually a bit longer this time. Eclipse is a mixture of Sun and Moon, but he turns into Eclipse at the end. Honestly, I'm throwing him at an S. He's just really cool. His design's awesome. Roxanne and Ruin. Well, I think we all know that's an easy S. You realise in the main game, Roxanne's not the nicest of all the characters, but when we realise she actually notices Cassie, she's really polite to her. The ending is quite depressing how we think Roxy just dies in the end, but it's not actually true. She doesn't actually die in the end, she comes back and helps us. Next on the list, we've got Headless Freddy. Apparently, this isn't actually Freddy. This is a different style of him. He only appears in one section, which is Phasma Blast. Unlike the others, we only see him once. I'm throwing him at a B. He's not really that interesting to me. I don't really see how it's interesting to me. But, yeah. Oh, no. The Music Men. You only see one, but you can tell this is the Ruin one because he's slightly broken. If you ask me, no. I absolutely hate Music Man in Ruin. He's so annoying. Like, that section for me was one of the hardest ones. Like, sometimes he comes out of nowhere, sometimes he follows you. There's so many of them walking around, and oh my god, it gets on my nerves.
No. No. No, screw off. No. Get out. Get. Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I figured it's obvious what I meant. Sometimes you can take off the mask, sometimes he'll instantly jump scare you, sometimes you'll send an audio lure, and he won't listen to it. Then you get jump scared again. It's absolutely annoying. I hate it. So, for the last three characters, these characters are only exclusive to Ruin. Sort of. But out of so first one of the three, we've got Glamrock Bonnie. Glamrock Bonnie is a secret. His design is a secret in Ruin. It's behind Barney Bowl. As I said earlier, when the wet floor signs I thought were useless, they actually do have a purpose, apparently. Apparently they do have a purpose. If you, like, deactivate all of them, you could unlock a secret to where Glamrock Bonnie was thrown away. Or hidden. So, yeah. I've not experienced it, but apparently it's really cool. I'm going to put him in a B, as for B for Bonnie. That's what I'm going to do. It's a good Easter egg, though, apparently. Yeah. Alright, next we've got this random ass motherfucker. I don't know what his name is, and I absolutely hate this dude so much. This guy is only exclusive to Ruin. He's one of the first animatronics we see. What this guy does, I don't know his name, as I've said. When you're wearing the mask for a long period of time, he can randomly appear out of nowhere. And can literally spawn a character right in front of you. And that can actually get you killed. When you're in the mask for a long period of time. Even when you're solving one of those puzzles, you can still get killed. And that has killed me so many times. I absolutely hate that dude. He's going to the D. Final animatronic, and most interesting one of all, we've got the Mimic. The Mimic shows up right at the end, but he gets a very good, cool chase scene. I am putting him in an A. I don't really think he should be in an S, but in my opinion anyway. But his chase scene's awesome, it's very hard. He's been the voice of Gregory all along throughout the entire game. Now that we've gone over literally every character, let's put the ones in the worst and the best tiers. One each from each game. Yeah, so from worst, from the main, obviously, you know, my least favorite character out of the main game is the security bots. But this is a tough one. Out of the Music Man and this, I don't know who this rabbit dude is. But out of these two, the rabbit dude, I hate this dude so much. He does not deserve to be in the game. He's so annoying. It brings in an extra challenge, but it can get very annoying every now and then. So no, I can't do with that. So from best characters from main and Ruin, we've got 4 from the main, 3 from Ruin. This is quite a hard decision, I'm not gonna lie. We've got exactly 7 characters. 3 of them can instantly get ticked off as the best character. I'm instantly wiping off these 3 as the best characters, definitely. Definitely not. They're definitely not the best ones. Oh my god. I'm gonna put these in order when I've done ranking them, but I have to do it. Roxanne's number one. Moondrop is a very, very, very close second. Moondrop, yeah, okay. And best animatronic in Ruin. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I really like Eclipse. Roxanne's obviously good in Ruin, but I think I'm just gonna be nice. I can't just have both of her designs in the best, obviously. If I chose Moon as my favorite in main, I definitely would have chosen Roxanne in that, but I'm gonna rank them in order. Moon is definitely better than Eclipse, I won't lie. I like him more than Eclipse. DJ Music Man will be fourth favorite. And yeah, Roxanne's my second favorite in Ruin. Yeah. That's my list. If any of you disagree, which I pretty know I might know you'll disagree, probably four. You might disagree on Gregory, the end of Skellingtons, uh, 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 Music Man, I don't know, the Nightmare Bots and stuff. You're definitely going to disagree, but personally, I don't really care. If you want to see any more of these tier lists, but let me know. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. If any of you want to make your own tier list, let me know. I would like to see if you have your own, but or something. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. This support is absolutely insane, and I will see you all very soon.